I'm sure some of you, while browsing around the internet, have found a website called Homestuck and have been somewhat intimidated by it. And, yes, it's true, Homestuck is a bit intimidating. It is about 6,000 pages, but that's not all it is. So, I'm making this video to debunk the theory that Homestuck is a scary thing, hence the title, Don't Fear the Homestuck. So, just a bit of background information. Homestuck is the fourth of Andrew Husse's MS Paint adventures. The other three are Problem Sleuth, and I don't remember the other two, but one of them is Problem Sleuth. I've never actually read that one, but I'm going to eventually. And it follows the adventures of four kids playing this game called Spurb, and then they meet these trolls from an alternate universe, and then things happen. I don't want to spoil things too much. And then there are four other kids, and then 12 different trolls that are sort of related to the other trolls, but I'm not going to spoil much. But it's really not that simple. It's like, literally, you can find anything in Homestuck. Like, if you're looking for time travel, there's a ton of that in Homestuck. Like, I remember, well, when I refused to read Homestuck, I was talking to my friends and who were already into Homestuck, and I was, a Doctor Who fan. I'm still a Doctor Who fan, but I had kind of just started watching Doctor Who, and I wasn't really open to a lot of other fandoms. And I was like, well, there's time travel in Doctor Who. Is there time travel in Homestuck? And one of my friends was like, yes, there's actually a lot of time travel in Homestuck. And I'm like, no, you're not telling the truth. Doctor Who is the king of everything, or the Time Lord of everything. Not that Time Lord is really a royal rank of any kind. Anyway, Homestuck has a lot of other things, such as death, coming back to life. Like, there's really a fine line between, like, death and life, because when somebody dies, like, they're not really gone. Like, you can still talk to them, and then one character, like, sort of dies and goes blind, and then his dead part is killed, so he's fully alive again, and, like, you just don't see this in most fandoms, most canon. Because of Homestuck's sheer length, there's just so much plot and so much character development, and I mean, there are these characters who are sort of brothers, and it's really complicated. You just have to read the comic. And their names are Dave and Dirk Strider. And honestly, for the longest time, I thought they were both douchebags who had no character development. But really, like, if you read the comic and you really notice them, because I didn't really think they were too important, my mistake, they're actually pretty important characters, and there are other characters that seem unimportant, and I have to admit, I kind of didn't pay much attention to, but really they're representative of, like, these greater themes, and, like, Homestuck isn't finished yet, and it's probably going to be finished next year sometime, but even in its unfinished state, it's still, like, this fantastic written work, and they're just, ugh. And I don't know how Hussey does it. No, he's not a whore. I mean, his name is Andrew Hussey, but he's not a whore named Andrew, although that would be pretty funny. So this video isn't meant to convert anybody into a Homestuck. I really hope that's the correct term for Homestuck fans, because that's what I've been using for the past few months. But I'm just saying you should give Homestuck a chance, and if you don't like it, then that's okay. If you do like it, then that's great, and we should, like, hang out sometime. If it's still intimidating, I'll try to make another video, and if it's not still intimidating, that's good. And I was gonna have this, like, really clever ending, but I don't remember what it was. Duh. Losing my train of thought, 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 getting into the awkward accents, losing my train of thought, 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 in a really bad British accent. I can't even say British right, 'cause I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah!